Chili Peppers, so I was gonna take the night off, and then I remember that you guys really wanted to see the Cars 3 rant, so I figured I'd upload that, because like, whatever, it's better than nothing. So you can listen to how like Logan really hates Cars 3.
The movie sucks.
More than Big Hero 6, he says.
Yeah, it sucks. Awful.
He hates it.
Worst movie ever.
So, I recommend not watching this video if you don't want any spoilers, because he does, like, tell you basically what it's about. So if you're still planning on watching it, then I guess, like, don't listen to Logan, because he does say what happened and why he hates it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video.
All dogs matter. All animals matter. All dogs go to heaven. Review that movie in under 10 seconds. Go.
I've never seen it.
I'm triggered.
I've never seen it. I know it's a cartoon.
It is a classic cartoon from our childhood.
I've never seen it.
That's like me saying, oh, I never saw a Toy Story.
I mean, okay, you had to see Toy Story.
Come on now. All Dogs Go to Heaven on VH1? I mean VHS.
I had it on VHS. I just don't. Okay, I remember. I've probably seen it, but I do not remember anything about it. I know they go to heaven.
Oh my god. I feel like you got that from the title.
Ooh, I can review another movie like Finding Dory.
Alright. Big Hero 6. Go.
God damn. Okay. Big Hero 6 is the worst movie ever, and I'm gonna explain why. Oh, actually, Cars 3 may be the worst movie ever, but let's just do Big Hero 6. So, Cars 3. Have you seen Cars 3?
No.
Fucking awful. Do not
really?
watch it.
Doesn't he die? Spoiler alert.
No, I'm gonna tell you Cars 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you Cars 3.
Cars 3.
Spoiler. Okay. James, do not go see. If you're gonna go watch Cars 3, don't. I don't care if Pixar sues the shit out of me because I'm putting bad reviews on their shit. Do not go watch Cars 3 because it is a 2017 movie. You know what that means? They don't want to offend anybody. Everybody's right. Everyone's a winner. You know that everyone gets a badge.
It's a race.
Oh, don't worry.
It's only one person can win the Piston Cup.
No, 2 people win it.
2 people win the Piston Cup?
Okay, I'll tell you. Lightning McQueen, he, they're racing and he wins and all that shit. And then what happens is a new car comes in, a new high-tech, souped-up Bugatti Veyron car. Like I'm talking this souped-up like hypercar.
In a NASCAR race?
Oh yeah. That's one. First off, that would never fucking happen. But anyway. This super hyped up Bugatti car comes in, then a bunch more Bugatti cars come. So basically what's happening is that would never happen because in real life there's Formula 1 and then there's NASCAR. It's like if a Formula 1 car went up against NASCAR. That would not fucking happen.
Are you serious?
That's exactly what happened. And so in this racing world, they put up this Bugatti fast super hypercar up against all the old ones, and they start beating them. So all the old people start retiring until it's only Lightning McQueen versus all these hypercars, and he keeps fucking losing. He's questioning if he should retire or not, but he just wants to win. So this billionaire buys out Rusty's, his sponsor.
Yeah.
And it's actually a fan of him, and he's like, hey, look. You're getting old, it's time for you to retire, but I can make you cash out with merchandise. It's hello. That was, never mind. I'm talking on the vlog, and I'm messed up.
Uh-oh. Cars 3.
Go. So this billionaire buys out his sponsorship, the Rusty sponsorship, and it's a fan of him. They're like, it's time for you to retire. You're never gonna beat these new cars. It's time to retire and cash out. And Lightning McQueen's like, no, I want to keep winning, in the Owen Wilson voice. The guy's like, all right, how about this? The next race, if you don't come in first place, then you retire. He's like, deal. The race is like 3 days away. So he's like,
montage, training montage.
No, the whole movie is the montage. So basically, the whole movie is him getting ready for this one race. It's not even the Piston Cup race, it's just a race. So he's like, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna set you up with this trainer, and she's gonna train you to become fast. And his trainer is a girl, and she's like a Toyota, right? She's like this random Toyota car. And she's trying to teach him how to race. She doesn't even know what the fuck she's doing. She's just teaching him how to meditate and all this dumb shit. So Lightning McQueen's like, you're not teaching me anything. Like she does not know how to race. He's sitting there thinking, you're not teaching me anything. And she's all like, you gotta learn how to stretch and motivate and meditate and all this shit. And so Lightning McQueen gets pissed and says, I don't need your help, fucking leave. And then she says, well, you know what? I've always wanted to be a racer, but people said I'm just not built for it. I just can't become a racer. Damn right you can't. You're a fucking Toyota. You're like a Toyota goddamn. She is not a race car at all.
Maybe it was like an analogy for like females.
No, that's what the whole movie was. So anyway, Lightning McQueen makes it to the race, right? And he's getting his ass beat. Bad. Like, this motherfucker is losing horribly. So you know what he does? He goes to the pit stop and says, I can't do it. I'm done. He spends like 30 minutes at this pit stop, meaning everyone's lapped him 8 times. You're done. So he's at this pit stop saying, I'm done. I can't do it. And the sponsor's like, yeah, you're fucking retired. And he's like, I want her to take my place. And she's like, me? I can't do it. And then the guy's like, you can't do that. And then the people are like, in the rule book, all it says is you have to have the same number. That's it. So they spray paint Lightning McQueen's number on her. She gets in the race and she wins. She's been lapped 8 times. These are Bugattis. And also, they went over top speed. His top speed was average 218. You're bull fuck. Lightning McQueen couldn't even reach 200. He kept hitting 198. So you're telling me that, first off, they got lapped 8 times. Well, okay, let's pretend that didn't happen. No way in fuck would she catch up and beat all these guys, especially the #1 racer guy who was just lapping everybody. So in the end, she wins the race by flipping over him.
What?
Yeah, she climbs the wall and jumps over. Dumb. Fucking retarded. So she wins. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. She wins. You're a champion. Oh, if you believe you can do it, you can do it. All that gay shit. You're not a race car. I understand that this movie was trying to show that, you know, it wanted to have a good moral, like, girls can race. Okay, fine. Yeah, there's a girl NASCAR racer. But what I'm saying is, if you have a Toyota car going up a Bugatti, you're not going to win. I don't care how much heart you have. You're done. So that's what's dumb. But okay, so anyway, she wins the race. This is where the bullshit happens. Remember, Lightning McQueen went through half the race, and then he pit stopped, and then she finished it. So when the sponsor comes and says, all right, Lightning McQueen, you didn't win, so you got to retire. Then, just as he says that, the billboard shoots up and says, Lightning McQueen and this girl won because they both did. He did half the race, she did the other half. So they're 2 winners. So he doesn't have to retire. Bull fuck. And also, no, the biggest bullshit is, so cars are people in the movie, right?
Yeah.
So basically, their racing is like our marathons, like when people
like running a race.
Yes, you're telling me that we can run a marathon, and then halfway through it, we get tired and we realize we're losing, and we let someone come in and take our place. What the fuck? The shittiest movie. Cars 3 is awful. It was one of those movies to make everyone feel good, make girls feel equal, and that's fine. But like, you should have made her a race car that was pink or some shit. And it doesn't make any sense. The movie was dumb. It was one of those movies to make everyone feel good.
So Cars 3 or Big Hero 6, and you have to watch it for a 24-hour marathon.
I'd rather watch Big Hero 6 over and over again.
Really?
Cars 3 is my new least favorite movie. Awful. Cars 3 is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. It does not make any sense.
Kidney Stone or watch Cars 3. It's the only movie you can ever watch.
I'd rather get a Kidney Stone. That movie is awful. Guys, Cars 3 is bad. It's a bad movie. I understand I understand, because y'all say my videos are bad, but that's bad. Okay, here's what would have been a better Cars 3. So apparently, they can have kids in the fucking movie. So what would have been cool is if Lightning McQueen would have had a kid, and the kid wanted to be a racer, and, you know, he ends up beating his dad, and then making his dad retire. Or
like a hybrid between the old cars and the Bugattis.
Oh, no. They were getting somewhere. They were getting somewhere in Cars 3. Because basically, Lightning McQueen was losing. And he says, what do I do? I'm not young enough. I'm not fast enough. And they said, whenever the new young cars come in, we retire. And then Lightning McQueen's like, no. Blah. So what would have been cool is if Lightning McQueen would have retired and let a new racer take his place, and then he would have taught that racer how to race. Something like that. No, movie's dumb. Because in the end, they're like, we want room for a Cars 4, maybe. And also, isn't the Porsche supposed to be Lightning McQueen's like love interest? Because I didn't get that.
Yeah.
No.
I know, to be honest, I never watched Cars 2.
Yeah, Cars 2 was bad, but not as bad as Cars 3. Cars 2 was more of a cash out for Mater. Instead of making Cars 2, they should have just made fucking Mater the movie. Like you know how they did Minions off of Despicable Me? They just wanted to cash out. Which, I mean, I don't blame them wanting to cash out. I mean, that's fine. But Cars 2 was awful. They literally should have just did Cars 1. Cars 1 is a good standalone movie. It should have just been Cars 1, done. You know, like Toy Story 1, that was cool. Toy Story 2, that was cool. Even Toy Story 3. I think Toy Story 3 should be the end of it. They're making Toy Story 4.
Right now?
Yeah, they are making Toy Story 4. Which,
I thought Tom Hanks wasn't going to do another Toy Story.
No, he already signed on.
Oh.
He said, check. It's like if they made a sequel to WALL-E. What the fuck?
Wall-E.
The Wall-E does not need a sequel, and The Incredibles needs a sequel. Instead of making
Incredibles 2.
Instead of making Cars 2 and Cars 3 and fucking Finding Dory. Finding Dory was awful. God damn, that was.
So if you're wondering why the video kind of cut off in the end, it's because my camera battery died, and that's why you never saw any footage of them at the store. But he basically got his main point out of the way. So yeah. Okay, so post in the comments and tell me if you agree with what Logan said or if you still really like Cars 3. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with an actual vlog. And bye!